Welcome back to Great Leaders in History. My name is Luke Gibson, and today we are taking a look into the intriguing life of Alexander the Great. Although he was a bloodthirsty tyrant who killed for the sole purpose of expanding his kingdom, there is no denying that in only 32 years, Alexander changed the face of the world. Join us as we take a look into his life. Alexander the Great was born July 20th, 356 BC in Pella, the capital kingdom of Macedon. This is near the modern-day city of Thessaloniki. Alexander's parents were King Philip II of Macedon and Queen Olympias of Epirus. Their marriage was very shaky, as Philip was married to multiple women at the same time. Growing up, Alexander was a very precocious child. He was constantly surrounded by famous politicians, artists, and generals due to his father being the king. Alexander learned to imitate these people, which built his leadership skills for the future. He was also a talented archer and found comfort when he was riding on horseback. When Alexander was a teenager, his father hired Aristotle to be his personal tutor. Keep in mind that this was before Aristotle was the world-renowned philosopher that he is known as today. Aristotle had a profound effect on Alexander's life. He introduced Alexander to Greek culture, which Alexander spread throughout Asia and Africa during his tirades as king. Aristotle also made Alexander a personal copy of Homer's The Iliad. Aristotle formed Alexander's appreciation for Greek culture, literature, and education. After he got his education, Alexander became a general in his father's military. He was very respectable and won many battles, but controversy was arising. Philip divorced Olympias on the grounds of suspected adultery, and he encouraged rumors that Alexander himself may have been illegitimate. The implications were clear. Philip was paving the way for a new successor. At the wedding of Alexander's sister, Philip was suddenly assassinated by Pausanias, one of his bodyguards. Historians suspect that Alexander and Olympias hired him, but it has not been proven. Nonetheless, Alexander took the throne because no one else had dared to try and take it from him. As the newly appointed king, Alexander took immediate action. He began plans for a Persian expedition and launched his army in late 335 BC. In 333 BC, Alexander defeated his longtime rival, King Darius III of Persia, at the Battle of Issus. This is considered Alexander's best moment, as he did what the Romans, Greeks, and Egyptians never could do: defeat the Persian Empire. Alexander went on to conquer lands in modern-day Egypt, Italy, Turkey, Iran, and India. In the short term, Alexander gained land for his people, riches for his family, and respect for himself. To find long-lasting effects, we have to dig a little deeper. First, we will take a look at his empire as a whole, using the map shown. Next, we will look at Alexander's long-term effect on the economy of Egypt and his long-term effect on warfare tactics. During Alexander's reign of terror in Egypt, he established the city of Alexandria, which is currently Egypt's second biggest city in terms of population. Alexandria's trade business is so important to the economy of Egypt. Alexander also invented the phalanx formation, which has been used by many empires since its inception. He is also credited with inventing the basics of guerrilla warfare, which is being used to this day. All of these are long-lasting results of Alexander's powerful influence. When Alexander was in the city of Babylon during an expedition, he suddenly fell ill. He died in early June of 323 BC. The exact cause of Alexander's death is unknown. Historians have debated this issue for ages, attributing it to poison, malaria, typhoid fever, or other ailments. Although it is unknown what caused it, most historians can agree that Alexander died while suffering a high fever for approximately 10 days. Soon after Alexander's death, the Roman Empire conquered all of Greece and Macedonia, effectively starting the Hellenistic period. He was a brilliant strategist and an inspired leader, a conqueror at heart. Few leaders stand out like Alexander does. He was a warrior by 16, a commander by 18, and was crowned king at age 20. Alexander single-handedly changed the face of the ancient world in just over a decade. Thank you for joining us today.